this is you've seen it last year too, I think. Yeah, but it's basically the most lightweight, you know, like series in the N4 series, the 6P that they do. What is important is that like basically, you know, it's just like the usual like ICS. It has a split gearbox, SSS trigger. But like, if you like hold it, it's like super light. It's the lightest. For me, it's so it's like the sport line. It's made for like people that are really fast. I think the most addition to like last year we had like the printed version of it. Now it's like manufactured and it's fully licensed Era Arms N4. So basically it's a declination of the 6P series, but basically with a grip, with a stock that is like really like atypical. What I like in this is that you have like QD slings, but also you have like sling points, and I think it's a hit or miss kind of thing. You hate it or you really like it.
I like this very much.
So what I like is that it's really like short. Like, so it's kind of a P90 kind of feel with the possibility of having like M4 max basically. So it's I like that addition to it. And what is like completely new this year is this limited edition, like titanium gray. So what is really good is that the body is like kind of redesigned. It has ambidextrous, you know, features. And what is the most important is that, I mean, the color, of course. You know, like it's gray. It's the only one that is like that. But it has the SSS version 2 trigger. Did you try that yet?
No.
I think we could try it over there.
Okay.
So you see the difference. It's amazing because they implemented that like they did a SSS MOSFET version 1, and now they upgraded and you have like several features like, you know, like the travel distance of the trigger. You can also change. You can go from standard like without MOSFET to MOSFET version, which is great too. So. So what is really new is that it has a pre-cocking feature. So basically, when you when you shoot it like a standard, it will like come from there and cycle all the way down. When you have the pre-cocking, it will like cycle like 1.5. So basically, it will like when you're ready to shoot, it will be like this. So it's like ready to shoot. So and we're gonna activate. So the way you activate is you shoot once and you go. And so this is the standard one. So this is without the MOSFET. So you see the difference. Like you need to go all the way down in order to, and it's not pre-cocked. And what is good is that you shoot once, you go to safety 1, 2, 3. You hear another click, and then you go like Now from that part, you like pre-cock.
Cool.
So I think it's pretty interesting. What is really nice is that when you break, did you ever break down the gun, ICS gun? Like it's really easy to break down. And when you get there, you see like a light that basically gives you like a feedback about what went wrong with your with the MOSFET. So basically the MOSFET allows you to shoot faster, but it's also a self-diagnostic, you know, like tool, which is great. So, you know, like cutters will define like on each part you have like problems, and so I think it's a feature that I really like. Cool. And also you can also switch to burst mode, so it's it has a little like control mode.
Oh, because we're in Germany.
Contextual. It's a contextual problem. The only play.
I'm sorry, we can't do that here with these guys.
I'm sorry.
No worries. That's fine.
So I just tried to show you the burst mode, but basically, which is great, is that everywhere in the world, but not in Germany, you can have like you have the possibility of like changing the mode. So basically it has a little FCU in your computer. So it's I think it's a pretty new stuff. There's also like did you hear about the valve that the ICS released? I'm not sure I can show it physically. Yeah, basically on the magazine valve.
Where do you?
So which is amazing is that they're changing the game of like gas blowback right now, because you know the little valve pin, extracting pin that you have on your magazine.
Yeah.
So like the way it travels, like the distance it travels, the valve travels, will affect the amount of like gas that your magazine will release.
Yeah.
And now they created adjustable valve. So you can like, if your gun's too hot for the concept you're playing at, you can make it like low, like less hot.
Wow.
And if you're like in a cold weather, you can also like change it. So basically, what is so interesting here is that with the tool, I won't do it right now, but with the tool you can basically adjust the travel distance of it.
Yeah.
So basically, if your environment is too hot, you can just reduce the ejection port. And if it's like too cold, then you can put a spring in order to make the distance like longer. So I think it's a really like game-changing piece, because. And what is even more interesting is that even if you don't have like an ICS gun, like you could like innovate your gun with that with that technology, because they made it like compatible to Tokyo Marui's valves.
Cool.
But most importantly, all the new like gas blowback guns that you buy like in the next after that they'll be available with those valve, which is amazing. I think it's. I was really surprised this year about this feature.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. So basically, when it's too hot, I think there's like one O-ring that you put inside, and when you need it to be like more strong, you put a spring inside.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So that's a so again, for the feature that Tafumi was talking about, is by simply using this kind of electronic tools. All you need is just an edge key, right? Once you got the edge key, and then you can put it on here and then spin counterclockwise to get it open. So what this actually does is now the consumers can be really creative with what's going on inside. They can either add on the O-ring to make the travel distance shorter. I'll do a very quick demo right now once you tuck it in. Once I got it tightened, see, like the travel distance is really short.
Yeah.
So what this does is it releases less gas for like a hotter weather. I mean, this wouldn't make the gun shoot too hot.
Yeah.
But for colder weathers, you would ask that a lot of times if you want like more FPS, or maybe add on a bit more gas to make your gun operate under cold weathers. Then we also have the spring setup. We got a small spring right here. See, we got this little spring right here. That's a little spring. Once you set it in here, and then let me put the cap back on. Now you see, in comparison with the O-ring, now the travel distance is a lot longer. And even if you want even more FPS, then just loosen it slightly. We recommend you add on a bit of Loctite to the cap. Once you got the cap, then now you see it's even longer. The travel distance is a lot longer too. So this is the first one of the kind that you can actually adjust the travel distance, and then you can adjust the valve according to the environment that you are in. Say you are in a hot environment, you set it up the hot way, and then if you are in a cold environment, you set it up the different way. That's a cool thing.
Cool.
And there's another feature.
There are a lot of features, and then the cool thing is now we only had this kind of like O-rings, right? But then for the consumers, you guys can be really creative by changing the hardness of different kinds of O-rings. Go to a hardware store, try to find something, get it in there, and see what happens.
Because before this comes out, like basically upgrading your valve was basically choosing what other brands chose for you.
Exactly.
Basically, you know, high valve, high, you know,
high
like
velocity or whatever.
So basically, you couldn't like fine tune it in a way, So it's really interesting, even for people who doesn't own like ICS guns. I think it's a really game changing thing, you know.
So that's the brand new product that we have this year. And then
I think this is interesting too.
oh yeah, let me tell you the valve. The valve. Another cool thing about the valve, again, since you got the camera here, I will do the
yeah, this is.
I will do the weight thing. Okay. Clean up the desk a little bit. All right. So this is a traditional type of valve where it's used on almost every kinds of pistols.
Yeah.
Like it's just out there what's there in the market. Let me take the upgraded version out and show you the difference. Because again, just a few weeks ago, we did leak out some information about the brand new valve system, and a lot of people got freaked out because they were saying, oh, the valve is leaking, it's bad, it's not good, or whatever. But let me tell you the great things about this, and it's not leaking at all. Okay, so this is an M9 magazine, just like the most of the gas blowback pistols, where you fill it, you charge the gas, just charge it like that. But the problem with the traditional kind of valve is that every time you charge the gas, you count it by maybe 5 seconds or maybe 10 seconds or even 1 minute. The problem is with air pressure inside, there's very little chance of your liquid gas going into the magazine. So let me show you exactly how this works. So now we have a weight meter here. Now that's the weight of the magazine, and then let me zero it. Now that's 0, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna charge my gas for, let's say, 10 seconds. I'm charging. Normally, 10 seconds is like a really long charge, right? Now you look at it, there's only 4.2 grams of gas in there, which means, I mean, it's all right, but then the problem is, under some kind of situations, you want to charge a little more gas to make your gun run a little longer, right? So, yeah, make sure there's no gas inside. And just use a standard flat hat screwdriver and you can remove this thing. It's a little hard to get out. Alright, there we go. It's out. Okay. So for this,
those are all the same, right?
Yeah, those are the same, like the longer ones. The cool thing about this, if you look closely, where's my magnifier? Oh. You can take a look. You see there's a little hole right there? See it?
Yeah.
Right. So what that little hole does is, whatever gas, when there's air pressure inside the magazine, when you charge it, the unneeded air pressure would get slightly leaked out from this valve right here. So this way, it allows more liquid gas into the magazine, okay? So let me do that again, and then put this thing back on. Remember, there was only 4 grams of gas charged inside, right? I got this thing set up.
Did you zero it?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You're the man. Thank you. Right, that's the way for it, and then zero it. Good. Okay. So I'm gonna charge it, and now the sound is different because it will spit out all those unneeded air pressure inside.
Yeah.
So now the sound's a little different, right? And the best part of it is when the magazine is fully charged. The reason why it's so long is because we can actually control how much gas that goes inside. So every time you see the magazine spitting out gas, that means it's fully charged. And then the amount of gas that goes in there, it's always the same. Now take a look at how much gas is in there. It's quite different, huh?
Yeah.
7.6 grams, and always, every time you leak out the gas, and then when it spits out, it's always the same. It's quite similar. I mean, sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, but overall, it's roughly
like
that.
the 2 tests you did was pretty consistent.
It's pretty consistent. You saw.
And I think it's so nice to have a system where on a magazine, on a gas magazine, you know where to stop.
Yeah.
Like, this is consistency that you never get, like even in the best guns.
You can charge like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you never know if it's full or
random. And on here you can like clearly see like gas like
spitting out,
blow up,
which is
which is amazing. So I think this is kind of an invisible feature, like innovation, but it's I think that's kind of the big star of
Yeah,
like.
I mean, like look at all the guns right here. All those are new products, but to me, the biggest new product is right here.
Because it will make all of them like reliable and consistent.
Yeah.
So that's what we're like really aiming for this year. Like this brand new system, bring this brand new system to the market and see how the market react to it.
Yeah. Are there release dates for both of these?
Okay,
balls?
so because our boss in the beginning, he's a little skeptical about this. So then I would say now all the new guns that are coming out will be equipped with this system. And I think shortly after that, we will be selling those separately.
Okay.
So again, you can buy it to upgrade your guns and your Tokyo Marui guns, because we got two like different versions. We got the long version and the short version. The long version. Let me try to find the short version. Yeah, this is the.
It's for Tokyo Marui.
Yes. Yeah. This one is the shorter version. It's compatible for Tokyo Marui Glock series, meaning it goes with WE series and then obviously all the ICS series. And for the longer version, this one is good to go with Tokyo Marui High Kappa or 1911 series as well.
Yeah.
So with this kind of setups, I mean, you can work out all kinds of different guns as long as it is Tokyo Marui spec.
Cool.
Yep.
Wow. So I'm really excited for this one.
Really excited now.
See?
I want to try this out.
Be creative with it. And then also like if you could follow us on the ICS page, also you can share some of your setups too, depending on different environments. Let's see like how everything works.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for your time.
Yeah,
man.
thank you very much.
I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for holding the camera for so long. Thank you. No problem.
Cool. Ja, wir sind jetzt hier bei ICS, haben gerade eine relativ lange Vorstellung sogar gekriegt mit ein paar ziemlich coole Features. Wir fangen jetzt hier einfach mal schnell an mit dem neuen SSS, also dem Self-Diagnostic Shooting System, hier jetzt in der Version 2. Ja, was ist im Endeffekt anders? Es ist gar nicht so viel, es ist jetzt programmierbar, was für Deutschland ja mehr oder weniger wegfällt, außer in der 05er Version. Man kann ganz normal Semi, Full Auto und dann kann man aber umstellen auf den ganz normalen Freeround Burst, was jetzt hier natürlich nicht funktioniert hat, weil das halt mehr als 0,5 Joule hat. Und da wir hier in Deutschland sind, war das jetzt leider nicht möglich, dass sie uns das vorführen. Aber das Teil kann das. Und was ich auch ziemlich cool finde, ist wirklich die Diagnoseanzeige. Wenn man also die Gearbox ganz normal aufmacht, sagt man hier hinten, dann sagt er automatisch hier diese LED mit den Farben Rot, Gelb und Grün an, was denn eigentlich kaputt ist oder ob alles passt, je nachdem. Und man kann also hier relativ schön einfach seine Fehler suchen. Ansonsten schauen wir schnell weiter. Ansonsten gibt es nicht so viel Neues tatsächlich. Wir sehen jetzt hier die Modelle, die es auch letztes Jahr schon vorgestellt haben. Hier die Trilleder, da drüben die Hero Arms, die wir letztes Jahr schon vorne in der Vitrine gesehen haben. Die ist jetzt released und wird schon verkauft. Und dann haben wir auf der anderen Seite noch eine Limited Edition. Das ist die, so wie man es eigentlich kennt, die CXP Mars, nur eben als Limited Edition. Was macht das Ding besonders? Ja, zum einen natürlich die Farbe, die man ja sonst so nicht kennt. Und dann eben dieses SSS in der Generation 2. Ja, ob das dann wirklich was taugt, muss man dann schauen, wenn man wirklich mal damit arbeiten kann. Ich selber weiß nicht so ganz, was ich von diesem SSS-System halten soll. Aber auf jeden Fall mal abwarten, bis das Ding rauskommt, mal schauen. Und genau, dann haben wir hier vorne noch Coming Soon, eine PRS von ICS, lizenziert über Quad, eben diese Quad PRS. Ja, Ansonsten haben wir hier noch eine sehr coole Vorstellung über die neuen Ventilsysteme gekriegt. Ja, sie haben 2 neue Ventile rausgebracht, die im Moment in allen neuen GBBs, die sie so rausbringen, in nächster Zeit verbaut sind. Und wahrscheinlich kommen die ja bald einzeln kaufen. Genaues Datum und Preise dazu gibt es aber noch nicht. Ganz kurz, was machen diese Ventile? Zum einen ist es einmal das Einlassventil unten am Magazin. Beim Befüllen bleibt ja meistens Luft im Magazin. Geht ja nicht anders. Man drückt einfach Gas rein, sagt man hier also ganz schön. Vom Gewicht her mit einem ganz normalen Ventil drin kommen wir auf ungefähr 4 Gramm Gas in dem Magazin. Und wenn wir jetzt also dieses Ventil austauschen gegen das längere von ICS, das hat oben, also kurz nach der Dichtung, so ein ganz kleines Loch. So, jetzt kann man natürlich sagen, es ist undicht, hört sich natürlich auch undicht an. Aber was das Ding macht, ist im Endeffekt, wenn das Gas reingedrückt wird, drückt die Luft durch dieses Loch oben wieder raus. Und irgendwann ist dieser Punkt erreicht, wo das Magazin komplett voll ist, nur mit Greengas. Und dann merkt man das sofort, weil oben aus diesem Loch dann keine Luft mehr kommt, sondern das Gas. Das merkt man, weil es richtig raussprudelt. Dann weiß man also, okay, das Magazin ist voll. Und wenn man das ganze Magazin jetzt noch mal wiegt, dann sagt man, dass nicht ganz, aber fast doppelt so viel Gas drin ist, wie mit dem ganz normalen Magazin, mit dem ganz normalen Ventil in dem Magazin. Das eine. Und dann gibt es noch das zweite Ventil, das oben, wo der Hammer draufhaut. Ja, was kann das jetzt Neues oder was kann es anderes? Das ist eigentlich ganz einfach, es ist verstellbar. Man kann also mit seinem ganz normalen H-Key das Teil weiter reinschrauben oder weiter rausschrauben. Was bringt das Ganze? Der Weg, den das Ventil also wandert, den sie sich öffnet, der ist dadurch verstellbar. Das heißt, wenn man zum Beispiel in einer sehr heißen Umgebung ist, kann man sagen, okay, ich will nur weniger Gas rauslassen, damit ich auf meine 1 Joule Energie komme. Und wenn man irgendwo in einer kalten Umgebung spielt, dann kann man sagen, okay, ich muss jetzt mehr Gas rauslassen, damit ich auf das 1 Joule komme. Oder andersrum, man kann einfach sagen, okay, ich will einfach möglichst wenig Gas verbrauchen. Also schraubt man das Ding so weit zu, dass es sich nur ganz ein kleines bisschen öffnet. Natürlich hat man weniger Energie, aber natürlich weniger Gasverbrauch. Dann gibt es das Ganze in 2 verschiedenen Längen. Einmal für die High-Kappa-Modelle und einmal für die Glock-Modelle. In dem Fall jetzt von Tokyo Marui und allen kompatiblen Systemen natürlich. Also zum Beispiel WE. Und ja, beide von diesen, das kurze und das lange Ventil für oben, kann man also noch modifizieren. Man kann diese Kappe rausschrauben und kann dann zum Beispiel einen O-Ring rein tun. Dann wird dieser Weg also noch viel, viel kürzer. Oder man kann statt dem O-Ring auch eine Feder rein tun, dann wird der Weg unglaublich viel länger. Also mit diesem Ventil hat man wirklich die Möglichkeit, auf verschiedene Temperaturen, auf vielleicht auch verschiedene Energiegrenzen zu reagieren. Man kann jetzt natürlich noch nicht so wirklich sagen, wie sich das auf die Energie auswirkt. Da müssen wir jetzt natürlich ausführliche Tests dazu machen. Wie gesagt, das kommt jetzt in die neuen ICS-Modelle raus. Kann man hier also testen und sobald das zu kaufen ist für normale Modelle, werden wir das auf jeden Fall mal ausprobieren, würde ich sagen. Wie viel, also welchen Bereich man da wirklich abdecken kann. Also man sagen kann, okay, man kann jetzt hier 0,2, 0,3 Joule verändern. Dann war das teilweise für Backups wirklich schon mal interessant, wo man sagt, okay, die hat halt 1,2 Joule, aber die kann ich halt aufs Spielfeld nicht mitnehmen, weil nur 1 Joule erlaubt ist. Also das, glaube ich, wird eine ziemlich interessante Geschichte. Man muss halt schauen, wann es released wird und ausprobieren, ob es da wirklich was taugt. Es war hier jetzt auch komplett dicht, also er hat die Ventile in die Magazine komplett durchtauscht. Es war sehr dicht. Muss man natürlich schauen, was das auf die Dauer so, ob das auf die Dauer dann wirklich was hält. Muss man mal schauen. Ansonsten gibt es hier bei ICS tatsächlich nichts Neues. Aber für mich ist so dieser kleine Geheimfavorit doch dieses kleine Ventil da vorne. Wie gesagt, muss man schauen, was sich ergibt. Aber ja, das war es soweit von ICS. Und wir schauen jetzt gleich mal weiter hier zu ASG.